What's up, fellas? Week three's in the books. I don't know a better place to start than with an even bigger Johnson, Calvin Johnson, Dave, the big dick, versus Just Rate Me Again, Big Greg, who now looks like he's insignificant in the league at an 0-3 start. Dave just put the smackdown on him, over doubled his points. Greg only put up 75. I outpointed you with my bench by almost 50 points, I think, or like 45 points. That's sad, Greg. Make some moves. Your team looks like shit. I'm sorry to say that. Originally, you had some hope. As far as we go right now, I don't think so. So Dave just did work all day. I think you still should go back to your original name, Dave. Premature VJack was amazing. Very creative. So yeah, so Drew Brees tearing it up. Big Calvin Johnson, 27 points. He pretty much outpointed Greg with I think four of his players to combine could have beat his entire team, probably also including his bench. Dave made all the right moves. He had everybody outpointing anybody else on his bench. So kudos to Dave. He, like I said, he's a prophecy. He knows what's going on. I love it. Now going to the second matchup, A. Big Johnson, Lukey boy, Andre Johnson. I thought this was going to be the upset of the week. Luke tried his best. He could have made maybe one or two swap outs for players, but still got beat by Toss My Cobb Salad, which he didn't even try this week. He didn't even put a tight end in and still squeaked out the win. I was rooting against him the whole time. I'm sorry, Chris, but if you don't try, I'm not going to root for you. He's got a really strong team. Like I say, playoff implications for him if he keeps it up, if his team stays healthy. So, yeah, man. Moving on. Right to Ben's Golden Taint versus Green Eggs and Cam. Still a horrible name, Dan. Please change it. Either one of these guys, I think they would have gotten beaten by anybody else this week. Ben's Golden Taint squeaks out the win, even by 20 points, but still 137 average week. Dan 0-3, right there with Greg. So congratulations, Mike. You get your first win. I think, you keep holding on to that strong. I hope it's not your last. So, he only had one or two players that he could have swapped out on his bench. Everybody else did pretty decent. For Dan, back and forth, Mike Vick, Cam Newton. I think it's going to be a toss-up either week for you. They're both the same quarterback, pretty much. Neither team is really doing all that well. I know I'm rocking the Panthers gear. I have to because the Giants just look miserable this week. I had to throw that in there. I hope they finally get a win along with you, Dan. All right. That's pretty much all I can say about you boys. Moving on to the final matchup, which was the man 3-0, not going to lose, comb Jamal over Alex's face. I'm going to keep doing that until you guys actually beat me. So look forward to that motion for the rest of the season. He had T. Braids on his bench, man. I mean, he made the swap out right before the game started. He went with a new strategy, trying to, I guess, maybe have a big blowout. Phillip Rivers doesn't do it very often, but he has a gun. Tom Brady's looked pretty mediocre so far this season, but Brady ended up outpointing Rivers. It doesn't really matter. You could have played your entire team. You still wouldn't have beaten me, I don't think. Not a big deal. Peyton Manning, I'm going to just get a nice comfy saddle and just keep riding him. I'm going to ride Peyton all the way to the championship, boys. I'll tell you what. Everybody else on my team did pretty well. Not a big deal. It's going to keep happening. My bench, on the other hand, 119 points. I almost could have beat 2 or 3 of you guys, I think. That's ridiculous. Antonio Brown with 47 points. Cecil Shorts, 29. Joique Bell, 23. Those 3 guys were ridiculous. I wouldn't have played them. I wouldn't have started any of them over any of my other guys, but bench is looking strong. So, Yeah, so this week's the Sacco Award obviously is going to go to Big Greg. I feel bad for you. I don't know what to do. I really hope you get a win. I hope your team turns it around. That's why I think this week I'm going to give you the win over Dan. That's my pick. My pick of the week is Greg's going to turn it around. He's going to get a win. We got two 0-3 teams playing each other. Somebody's got to win, so one of you guys is going to get it, but I think it's going to be Greg, even though he's predicted to lose this week. The other matchup, Toss My Cobb Salad versus Ben's Golden Taint. I'm taking Cobb Salad in this one. I think Chris's team is going to give another L to Mike. Sorry, bud. A Bigger Johnson, a.k.a. Premature VJack, is going to beat the Brady Bunch. They're looking solid. And then my team, come Jamal over Luke this week. So I'm going to whip his ass, make him feel bad. So, yeah, man, I look forward to hopefully seeing you guys this weekend. We are going to Duckworth's. I'll be there probably at 12:30. Hopefully all you guys will join us. Just keep up the good work. Stay on the Fantasy Wire. And, yeah, I'll see you guys Sunday. Take it easy until then. Peace!